recently made a video on why I stopped using iMovie and began using CapCut for my YouTube videos. Now, I still make iMovie tutorials because people still use iMovie, and iMovie is a great solid platform that's been around for a very long time and is a decent video editor, considering that it's free and it comes, comes with your, well, it used to come with your MacBook. Now you got to download it. Now, some people may feel as though CapCut is not for them, just based on the privacy concerns from, a lot of people are making a big deal about that. It's owned by the same people that own TikTok, and so some people may be a little bit more hesitant to utilize such a platform. But you can check out this video that I made that talks more about the real technical reasons, and I'm not an expert by any means, but just the technical reasons behind why I made the switch and why I'm now using CapCut to edit my videos here on this platform. So now, what about like Adobe, Final Cut Pro, all these other paid software platforms that are used, that are looked at as the ones that the pros use? Now, in all transparency, the job where I work has me using the Adobe Creative Suite for video editing. I use that a lot for creative videos, for informational videos. If you want like full creative freedom and the ability to really build assets from scratch, and that's what we're talking about here, such as like animations, logos, moving text, these really creative things that you see folks do in videos, those kinds of platforms, those kinds of suites are the ones that you're going to be able to get that from. And so there are limits when using free software such as CapCut, not even using the pro version of CapCut, just the basic software, or even iMovie. You're not going to be creating those assets from scratch. These are the platforms that pros are using, and that what companies require you to be able to use. Most editing jobs that I've seen, and some of the editors that I've hired and brought on in our company, we've required extensive knowledge of programs like After Effects, Photoshop, Premiere Pro, if they're using Final Cut Pro, all these different things. There are a lot of editing jobs that will require you to have very specified knowledge on a type of platform, if that's the direction you're going in, where you're going to want to be able to know how to utilize that platform, because that's the platform that they use across bases for all of their editors and for a project. So they want you to be able to work with those projects and be able to send you stuff through their cloud-based system, and so that you can do your piece and work on your piece of the project. So from what I've heard through the grapevine with other people that have worked and gotten editing jobs with YouTubers themselves, that actually work with YouTubers, they require that knowledge in those kind of areas as well, because they're going to want you to be able to have the ability to create assets from scratch. A lot of them are going to require you to be able to create assets from scratch in After Effects and stuff like that for content creation and working together on projects with their team, because a lot of it is remote location work. So you're going to be sending content back and forth to each other. So I would say, if that's the direction you're wanting to go, ultimately, if that's the direction you want to head in with your career, and as you start this and you start thinking about, well, where can you go with this? And you're either going to do YouTube at that level where you're going to have editors that you hire, and that's like the direction you're wanting to step into, or you're wanting to work for a YouTuber or do this full time, in any kind of editing job, then you're going to want to, at the very least, have basic knowledge of those softwares, basic knowledge of that platform, because that's going to help you if you ever do get a place to hire an editor, to be able to work with them and oversee and really have an idea of what you're looking for and not get taken advantage of. And then the other way around is you're going to need that kind of knowledge in order to do that. So I would advise you, if that's the direction you're thinking you're going to want to go in, then to start working with these platforms now and be very intentional about getting a firm grasp on how they work. All that being said, though, there are many YouTubers making solid income and very successful channels utilizing non-paid platforms such as iMovie and CapCut. You don't need to have those pro platforms in order to make money here. That's what's amazing. My channel is making money, and I use CapCut, even though I have the ability and do often use Adobe Creative Suite for my work. I use CapCut on my YouTube channel because that's just what I use. So it all depends on where you want your content to go. So I'll continue to use CapCut for now, and even when I make tutorial videos where I'm actually doing like tutorial videos on iMovie and other editing software, I'm editing those videos within CapCut because of two things. Number one, this will help me deepen my knowledge of the platform so I can continue to run into issues and troubleshoot and all that stuff, and it gives me content creation ideas. And then number two, the assets that I need to create the content that I make for this channel specifically are built into CapCut, and it saves me a massive massive amount of time in the editing process. And so I will continue to use CapCut because I want to get stuff out timely, and the content is good for what I'm needing in this channel. And so that's the goal. That's what I've built into my business model, and that's how it works for me. So the more you edit videos and become confident in what you do, the less you'll worry about using, air quote, what the pros use. And mainly you'll focus on how fast you can put out quality content. It's not about putting out fast content. It's about how fast you can put out the quality content, keeping that standard of what built your channel, what built your audience, and being able to continue to engage in that way. So there's many people putting out absolute bangers. I mean, bangers, high view count videos, platforms that pros don't use. I've known of a lot of channels that are still just using Canva to edit like their thumbnails and stuff. I mean, you don't need all that stuff to be a pro YouTuber or make it big here. So it's really not about what software you use as much as it's about one's knowledge on what steps they can take to create quality content. So if that's the direction you want to go, I hope that helps you in kind of understanding why you would use certain editors, why you would use certain softwares, why you would want to pay for platforms. If you have any questions, comments, complaints, let me know in the comment section below. I hope that helps you out. I hope that gives you some direction. And if you guys could like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If this video helped you out, please do that because it helps my channel. And I will catch you guys on the next one.